Hey everybody, Terry Linhart here from the backyard, and just taking some time out this summer to share with you some things that may help you be better in your youth ministry this summer as you are retooling and considering what's ahead. Particularly as we work with teens individually. What are some things that are helpful? And three things kind of come out of the adolescent research world right now that just kind of popped out to me this summer and thought I'd share them with you. And the first one is the issue of moodiness. Adolescent psychologists would say that moodiness is sometimes what we confuse for other things. And the reality is that teens' moods parallel their activities. And the mood swings can look huge. In fact, they can look very low, and we can mistake that for something more than it is. But really, it's just that they're having a mood swing. It's not related to hormone changes or deeper psychological issues. It's just moodiness. And you've seen this happen in reality. You've done an overnighter or something else where you've seen that teen off to the side and he or she's all depressed or down. And then 20 minutes later, you watch them somewhere and they're having fun and everything's great. Nothing's really changed except that their environment's changed. Someone invited them to a game or a friend stepped in and really connected with them. And so we in youth ministry just need to be wise when we're working with teens who may come across like they're dealing with something serious or they're having really great time, just to be measured and to watch what's going on and see, is this a mood thing or is this something more serious? And there are more serious things going on. In fact, the second thing I wanted to share with you this summer is that to be educated on the issue of anxiety. Anxiety is the #1 psychiatric disorder for children and adolescents. In fact, nearly 10 to 15% of children and teens have it at any given time. And over their lifetime, over 28% of people will have suffered with some sort of anxiety disorder. And anxious people spend time alone. They often are angry frequently. In fact, they're 7 times more likely to be angry. They're 11 times more likely to be sad, and nearly 3 times more likely to smoke and engage in at-risk behaviors. Now here's the reality. Girls are equally as anxious as boys. And boys we don't often think as having anxiety issues, but deep down inside, and we don't always see it when we're with them, but at home parents can tell you that anxiety is a significant issue. And as a parent of a teen who struggle with severe anxiety, I can tell you that often families need our support and help. And so this summer, if you're looking for something to study up on a little bit, I recommend reading a little bit on anxiety. In fact, Collins in his book, Christian Counseling, has a great chapter on anxiety that'll help you be better at helping kids, because a lot of your kids are going to be wrestling with anxiety in the coming year. Hey, as we look to summer and we spend time doing different activities, camps, retreats, and short-term mission trips, the third thing I want to talk to you about is mentoring. And mentoring is just such a significant thing that we do in youth ministry. And teens who lack a caring adult in their life are more likely to have significant problems. That's like a duh level statement, isn't it? That we just know that adults need to be involved mentoring with teens. But one of the things about mentoring is that mentoring programs, if they're just really short-term, don't really have much of an effect in the life of teens. What has an effect is when mentors have sustained a steady presence over 2 years. And the research shows that over 2 years, that's when mentoring matters. When there's frequent contact, when the teen is involved in recreational, social, and practical activities with the mentor. Not just getting together and having instruction time, but the mentoring looks holistic. In fact, if you have an intern working at your youth ministry this summer, or you're the intern, one of my friends' research discovered that when you're in an intern relationship, what matters most, what has the most long-term impact in the life of a youth ministry intern, is when the supervisor and the intern engage in spiritual disciplines together, when there's a shared Bible study, when there's shared prayer time together, when there's other activities that they're engaged in community. That sense of Christian community together is what has the long-term impact. So this summer, as you're looking and working with teens, beware of moodiness issues, be able to spot that. Secondly, understand how anxiety works and what you can do as a youth ministry to help those who are anxious. And consider mentoring, to dig into the lives of others for a sustained period of time. And look at your mentoring program that you have in your youth ministry and consider how you can make it better. Hey, these are just some of the things that come out of adolescent research, and if you want to hear more about them, that comes from a seminar that I did at last year's National Youth Workers Conference out in San Diego and in Dallas, and I'll be sharing more this fall coming up. in Nashville and San Diego as well on adolescent research that matters to youth workers. And I hope to see you there. Thanks for joining me here in the backyard.